Today we're driving this 1967 Dodge Coronette 500 two-door hardtop. It's riding on a decent set of Magna 500 rims. This is what I'd classify as a beautiful 20-footer. The paint's been buffed to a really nice shine. If we go around it, we're going to see some little dings here and there. We're also going to see some chips, stuff like that. But I'm standing here 5 foot in front of the car. It has a great shine. It's freshly buffed out and has a really nice stance and look. The previous owner had stated that this was a 400 engine. Got an Edelbrock intake on it. Stock manifold, power steering. Factory fender tag. Inner fender aprons and stuff like that were all painted red. The paint job, according to the previous owner, was done in the 80s, early 90s. But again, still has a good shine. Bottom of the hood and everything was painted as well, but again, you look, there's paint chips and stuff like that. Paint chips on the inner fender. Definitely not a show quality car, but what I classify as a good cruise night car. Hood lines up awesome on the driver's side, passenger side as well. Nice even gap. Fits nicely across the top of the hood to the top of the fender. The piece of chrome around the edge here, just like a lot of these, are kind of beat up, dinged up. Grill looks to be in good shape. Does have the 500 grill in it. It is a 500 car. Front bumper is presentable. It's got a little outward ding right here, and another little outward ding right here. And if you look at the top, it's got a little ding here also in the middle. But has a fairly good shine on it. As we go across the top of the hood, got some stuff like this. There's a little paint chip here. There's like 3 or 4 of them here. It's got a few little imperfections. Chip here. The main thing about this car is it's a really good solid old car. No bubbles or blisters in that lower fender. The rocker panel looks great as well. Tire size 235, 60, 14, so they're the 14-inch Magna 500s. Got a little crack in the paint, just in the paint area right here. Windshield looks really good, except for, I thought that was a chip, but it's not. Windshield looks really nice. I mentioned it's got some dings in it. It's got a few little dings in the top also, but not too bad on the top. But the top of the trunk lid has some dings in it. I think during restoration, I don't know if they blasted it, media blasted it, something like that. If you look in the right light, there's just a few little dings here and there on it. Not a perfectly straight car. Back bumper looks really nice. Dual exhaust sounds awesome too. This is a really good running car. Back bumper looks like it's been re-chromed or replaced, so the chrome on that's excellent. If we look up and down the sides of the car, not bad. Lower rear quarter has had some work done on it. There's some paint cracks on the lower rear quarter down here. And if we look at the inners on the lower rear quarter, they've had some body work done on them. That's not perfect. Got a couple little paint chips right here above the trim. Other than that, over the wheel well looks real good. I don't see any bubbles or blisters up in here. In front of the wheel well, there again, very nice and solid. No blisters that I can see. We open up the doors, it's got some really solid doors, guys. Rubbers all look good, door jamb paint, stuff like that, looks nice and clean. Inside door panels look original to me, except for somebody put some speakers in them. And they did lengthen out the window cranks so the windows go up and down smoothly. armrests show a little wear, but the door panels look good, look original. You can see the little carpet down here. It's got some fading in it, but very, very nice door panel still. Door jambs when the car was painted was all painted as well. It is a bucket seat console car. The front bucket seats have all been reupholstered. They're in excellent shape. Nice chrome, nice seat backs. But when they did the front, for some reason, they did not do the back. And the back now has some seam splits on the bottom. So probably should have a back seat cover, but I'm guessing the back seat cover is 100% original. So door panels in the back are original. They're in great shape. Same thing. Both sides, armrest, door panels all look good. Does have seat belts for 2 in the back. Back shelf has some speakers in it. The headliner's been replaced. They did a beautiful job on the headliner. Dome light works. Visors are in good shape. Carpet's good. Console's really nice. Dash pad is in great shape. Has an aftermarket radio. AM, FM cassette that works. Looks like they also have a, there we go, an old Majestic car booster. So it's like an amplifier, so it's got a good stereo system in it. Glove box in it. The chrome and stuff on the console and the inside of the console is really in great shape. Again, our seats are recovered. Horn works. We need to adjust the passenger door latch. It's not working properly. Let's fix that before I go. So the passenger door latch needs to be adjusted or fixed. We'll do that before it gets sold. The back 500 lights on this thing it looks awesome. So the 500s really have a nice distinctive rear end. Look up and down the driver's side, same exact condition as the passenger. A few little ripples, stuff like that. Bodywork could have been done just a little better, but great looking cruise car. I don't see any bubbles or blisters in the lower rear quarter. They painted the car, they jammed the gaslit door and everything in there nicely. Again, the paint has a nice shine. I mean, you can see a reflection everywhere in it. It's just got some chips and some little stuff like that from being 30 years old. Again, the wheels are okay. They're not perfect. They've got some dings in the trim ring, stuff like that. In front of the rear quarter, excellent. Lower doors in great shape. I don't see any bubbles or blisters in the door or rocker panel. Got a chip here. Another little tiny chip right here. The door gap on the driver's side and the back is excellent. So we got a nice even gap along the front edge too. We do have a couple little blisters right here, and I'll point those out. Really the only blisters I've seen on the whole car. And it's just starting here in the lower fender. Previous owners owned this car for quite a long time, and he said this just started about a year ago. As we feel that lower fender, I can feel all metal on the bottom down in here, so there's no body filler, nothing like that on the bottom. It's a nice solid fender. Other than that, the RT emblems, 400 Magnum emblems, obviously aren't original, they were added. I think this car is a G code, WP23G. Again, our corner of the door is absolutely perfect. That explains why there's no bubbles or blisters on the outside. This car appears to be like an original light cream or yellow car. You can see some of that in the trunk. If you go to our website, coyoteclassics.com, you're going to see a bunch of pictures of the undercarriage as well. So the worst part about the whole car as far as the undercarriage or body would be those lower quarters behind the rear wheel have some plastic in them. Armrest, door panels, stuff like that, original, looks real good. A couple of wrinkles and stuff like that in the front, just a little shrinkage there. Scuff plates look like they're original as well. Here's our VIN number here, WP23G77127742. Inside corner of the door is nice, all been jammed. Wipers work. The radio works. The heater fan does not work. These this needs to be taken apart. The little buttons here are pushed down in, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. Tack works, horn works. Temperature gauge did come up. That works. Amp gauge works. It's got 72,520 miles on the odometer. Dash lights work. Dome light works. The gas gauge, I'm not sure if that works or not. We're going to check the sending unit when we get back. It shows it's pretty low on gas, so we'll check that out when we get back. But it will work before we sell the car. Same thing with that passenger door. We'll check into that as well. So, as we look out the windshield, the glass is crystal clear, so it has a great windshield in it. It does have power steering, which is a really nice option in this car. You can hear just a little bit of noise like when you hit a bump. It's got the spare and jack and everything in it. We need to secure that, I think, a little better. I think that's what we got for a noise. And the spare and everything's inside the trunk well. Car's got great pickup. Really good speed. Steering feels good on it. Again, the paint has been buffed, so you look out across the top of the hood, it shines great. It's just a little choppy. The front suspension feels real good as far as our steering goes. Steering's a little loose, but not bad at all. This one ain't quite as tight as that 37,000 mile Sport Satellite, but it's to be expected. It really accelerates nicely though. Brake stop nice and straight. The pedal's way up there. Speedometer seems to work well, 55 mile an hour. Doing about 2,400 RPM. There's our kick down. So the kick down on the tranny, the passing gear is working properly. Go ahead and slow it down so we can accelerate it again. As far as our brakes go, the brakes stop nice and smooth. We got about a 40 mile an hour wind today, so and this car still drives great down the road. Very nice.